Welcome back to Newsfeed. Time for some more business news. Now, the main focus at the 20th Agoa Forum taking place at Nasrec Center in Johannesburg is access to new markets. Now, stakeholders are also hoping to bring businesses to the townships and the rural communities. A business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo is standing by now at this particular summit to give us more on these collaborations. Ntokozo, the Township Economic Commission and Ghana's Coco processing company, how do those particular two parts cross at this particular event?
Good afternoon, Matteo. As you rightfully said, it's all about collaboration and ensuring that African countries do work together to access new markets. And of course, Agoa, the focus being those markets in the United States, but through the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement to also see that business moving and expanding into other markets on the continent, while also bringing along, those smaller businesses from the township and rural communities. So I am now with Budubegi Twala, who is the president of the Township Economic Commission. Thank you so much for talking to us. So the question Matteo has is how your organization got together with Ghana's Coco processing company. Can you talk us through that?
No, thank you very much, Sister Gozo. Good evening to the viewers at home. Wow, we are here at Agoa. We're very excited today. We've launched our partnership with CPC from Ghana, and of which this is an opportunity for township economies, the emerging economies, to take opportunity of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. We are saying township economy, it's time now to produce for the continent, produce for the global, in terms of your produce. Because when you talk about township economy, we're talking about products that we consume, that we need to produce ourselves. We're happy, we're excited. As you could see here, this is an African food basket. We've got our guys from Ghana, and then the chairperson is here. We're doing that through what we call the RISE economy, which we're bridging the gap between the emerging economies and the mainstream economies.
And when we just look at South Africa, obviously Ghana with the cocoa, popular for chocolates, and I was promised more chocolates, so I'm going to hold them to that. Yeah. But, seeing those rural communities in Ghana being part of that value chain of chocolate that goes across the globe. In South Africa, when we look at township and rural communities, we're seeing the millies and some of the produce that is produced. What are then the opportunities that Agoa opens up for South African firms to not only, expand in township markets, but also be able to enter Ghana?
Yeah, remember, we are saying as township economy, we don't want to be left behind. Now, Agoa has just proven that township economy is not left behind. We are bringing, as you could see, there's a lot of African countries that are here, showcasing their produce as well, including the South African emerging businesses. It's very important to make sure that events like Agoa, BRICS, Africa Continental Free Trade, they create that platform for businesses in the township to balance their trade. Because we can't then export 20% of our product and import 80% of international product. We need to start balancing the trade. These events, they give us that opportunity to do that.
Thank you so much, Budbeg. And of course, as you rightfully said, balancing that trade, and that's where some of that collaboration comes in when it comes to really balancing that trade. And I am now here at the Ghana's Coco Processing Company, and I've got the chairman here with us, and that is Kwaku Osuba. Thank you so much for talking to us. We know Ghana for the cocoa, best quality cocoa, making the chocolates from around the world that we get to enjoy. Just took us through this partnership with the Township Economic Commission and why this year's Agoa Forum is so important for you as an organization.
Thank you, Madam. Yes, like you said, Ghana produces the best quality cocoa all over the world. And Coco Processing Company has been in the cocoa business for 40, 50, 80 years. We take the cocoa beans, we roast the cocoa beans, so this is the roasted cocoa beans, and it goes through stages. This, for example, what we call cocoa mass. This is cocoa butter. This is very good for the skin, and it's used by the cosmetics industry. That's a cocoa powder. This is quite good. And
These makes your hot chocolates and so on.
It's good for the heart,
yes.
you know, and generally good for the body. Indeed, I don't need to tell you, these days you can get all the information on the net, you know, about the health benefits of consuming cocoa, and cocoa products. Okay, these are varieties of chocolates, okay, that we have here. We have cocoa.
And I've had a little bit of taste of this one here.
Okay. You know. So we have been in this business for 58 years, but we're now trying to break into the South African market. So last August, we had a very useful meeting with the management of Trade Breaks, you know, and we had an agreement to come into a partnership. And basically, in this partnership, a platform is being developed where cocoa processing company products will be dealt, I mean, will be put on the platform for interested distributors, consumers in South Africa and within the sub-region, you know, those in e-commerce, so they can have access to Ghana's best chocolate that you can talk of in the world. And so we are in this in partnership in a win-win situation. Win-win in the sense that Ghana's cocoa and products and chocolate become available to consumers in the region, but cocoa processing company will also be buying our sugar and our milk, for example, that we use for the production of chocolate from South Africa. Because as of now, we buy them from elsewhere outside the African continent, and we don't want that to happen any longer, okay? So this is a win-win situation in this partnership. And it's also a way of operationalizing the vision of African leadership, you know, in the introduction of what you call it, the AFTA and the Agoa and so on and so forth, you know, so that Africans begin to work together and trade together so that we generate the wealth here for the benefit of Africans. So we are trying as a team, you know, to operationalize this idea, the vision, and we are hoping that this will go very far for us. We entreat South African consumers and everybody in the sub-region to take a bite of Ghana's cocoa and chocolate, and when they do, they will ask for more. And we believe that we will carry this cooperation to a higher level, and that's why we are here, and we are happy that we are here.
Thank you so much, Chair, for that. And I did get a bite of the chocolates. And I suppose for South African businesses as well, it is an opportunity, as the chairman just said now, that they will be sourcing some of their materials or some of the ingredients that are needed to produce the chocolates and so on from South Africa, some of that milk and so on. So entrepreneurs listening at home, look out for those opportunities to be able to work with Ghana's Cocoa Processing Company. And really, Mateo, that is what we've been getting, the sense that we've been getting on the exhibition floor today, just businesses ready to really work together, take those first steps to get that collaboration going, expand those markets. But as you just heard as well from Bheki Twala, to ensure that business owners, entrepreneurs in rural and township economies from both countries really, because a lot of the cocoa is farmed in communities in Ghana that are rural communities. So really driving the benefits of Agoa as well as AFTA beyond just the high level businesses, but ensuring that smaller businesses on the ground can also benefit, and that we do see that economic trickle down effects of these initiatives. That's all for now, Mateo. It is back to you in studio.
Hopefully you'll bring us more of that chocolate from Ghana. Encouraging to see the intra-Africa trade in action there in Ntokozo at the Agoa Summit in Nasrec.